They don't complain. They don't ask for overtime. They don't take medical leave. They don't complain. They just work 24/7. But they work as long as you're paying them. If you're looking to sell more of your products, programs, and services, then understanding this technique here today is absolutely crucial. This is the tangible versus the intangible, the micro versus the macro. Now, what exactly does that mean? You see, when it comes to selling something that might have a definite return on investment, that could be easy. This could be like real estate, investing, money, stocks. But what if you're selling something that is not really tangible, like relationships or health? How do you put a specific number to that return? Today in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how, regardless of whatever it is that you want to sell, understanding how to communicate the tangible versus intangible is going to be absolutely crucial if you want to increase your conversions on your sales letters, your sales videos, your ads across all different platforms. We're going to take you behind the scenes to a coaching call that I recently did so that you can see how you can start incorporating this if you want to increase your conversions. It's very comfortable to do it next week. And when it's not done next week, we'll do it next week after that, and the week after that. You realize that time goes by because there's no pressure. But you realize that if you sell it first, okay, and you very ethically tell them, it's not done yet, we're going to be doing it together. Guys, can we all give Esther a huge virtual round of applause for being here and for for her results? Well done.
Thank you for the support.
So in that last 1 month, what actually happened?
Nobody would want to pay for relationship classes, right? Nobody wants to go for marriage courses. So I had that blockage in my mind thinking nobody would want to buy. So that's why it took me a while.
And here's the thing, right? So I think what stops a lot of people that's new is the angle of what I call the "but who am I" syndrome, right? Which is but who am I to be in the position to teach this? But who am I to be able to talk about this topic? But who am I? But who am I is, I would say, is one of the biggest thing that stops people from taking the first step. When a person is not able to see the tangible ROI, right? Because relationship is very intangible. You can't put an ROI on a great relationship, right? It's infinite, but you can't put a number to it. However, always remember that you want to have a good balance between, guys, please write down the word tangible and intangible. When it comes to your ads, when it comes to your messaging, when it comes to your offer, always try to think about, great relationships, that's intangible, right? You can't put a price to it. It's powerful, right? But the people that's very logical thinking, to them it's like, I don't need a training in this because I can't see the ROI of this. And that's when we want to have tangible. Now, tangible comes from the angle of, for example, right? If it's like coming from an angle of learning how to communicate. So right now you're focusing on communicating with your partner and your spouse. But what if your communication, in your messaging, once in a while you zoom out and you say, you might be thinking that this is just about communicating with partners. But what if I told you that you could literally apply this same technique at the workplace? When it comes to making your colleagues feel comfortable, when it comes to negotiating things to go your way, when it comes to asking for a promotion, when it comes to, right? So now in their minds, like, how much would closing that one deal with a potential business partner be worth to you as a result of understanding these principles, right? How many of you would agree that deals are made in most cases, not just because they like your features and benefits? Sure, that's important. But how many of you would agree that many times deals are made because they just like you? So then what we want to do is we always want to be able to give examples, right? Both personally and then professionally. Okay, so we're always doing that bounce. Okay, so let's do an example. Okay, tell us that example of triggers in personal life, and then after that, bounce it with like professional, so that now they can see, I can understand the importance of understanding this principle because now I'm going to be well-rounded when I'm equipped with this knowledge.
In a personal relationship, when you get triggered, most of the time you get emotional about it because your expectations are not met, your ideals are not met. Your husband didn't help with the laundry for that day and it got you triggered because you just saw him sitting there looking at his phone. But what if you met that same scenario in a business world where the other person is not responding to your request? Do you...
Hey, pause 1 second. So this is a great way, okay, to bounce and engage with your audience, even if it's a one-way communication, right? Even if it's an ad, right? If it's a live webinar, that's when you actually would pause, right, and say, so what triggers you, right? Let me know, what are the simplest things that, that happens on a daily basis, that if the thing happens, right, you're in reactive mode. Okay. For an ad, you just rephrase that into a question, right? It would be like, so the question is, what triggers you, right? Let them think, so that now they might also be engaging your ad and they're commenting your ad. That's ultimately what you want. You want engagement on your ad as well. In fact, that is when at the end, they're going to see, yeah, Esther's right. $197 is ridiculous to be able to learn this skill set that I can apply at my workplace, with my colleagues, with my business partners, in closing deals, my significant other. And then now, from $197, which is now an expense, trying to think about, doing this with just to work on my relationship. But then when I can see this and how it applies to business and ROI, that is when your conversions are going to go through the roof. Like, this is just a glimpse of the possibility when you have a good balance between these two things. 2 main ads and 1 retargeting, correct?
Yes.
So when you start scaling this, what's going to happen is your ad cost per lead is going to shoot up. So that's why you want to be able to have more ad variations and copying, so that the same audiences, different audiences also might relate with different types of hooks. And that's why when it comes to scaling your message and going broader, is a great way to start scaling your ads. As long as an ad is, profitable, I would never take it off the market. It will just be one of those assets that's just out there, and I will let Facebook do the heavy lifting to decide which ad is going to perform best for you. And even if an ad is not performing as good as the others, so think of it as this way, right? Think of ads as like salespeople out there bringing in sales, right? That's what they're doing, right? It's little salespeople out there. The only difference is they don't complain, they don't ask for overtime, they don't take medical leave, they don't complain, they just work 24/7. But they work as long as you're paying them. Let's talk about a few things that we can utilize to make the most out of your existing resources. So first one would be, I think a great angle is to get your current buyers to enroll their significant other or spouse to come for this event. Okay, this will be a great way to increase an existing customer. Okay, to increase the value of existing customer. Guys, write that down, right? If somebody has bought from you, how can you increase the value of your existing customer? Can you upsell them? But if they just bought something, then can you downsell them? Like, hey, look, if you want to be, since you're going to be attending this thing, having this other thing is going to enhance your experience better. So all of you, different markets again, but I'd like you to think about how, if somebody has paid you, how can you downsell them saying, hey, if you got this thing here, it's going to enhance your experience even more. Guys, that's all. Give Esther a huge round of applause for making it happen. Watch out for her webinar. Let's see what happens. But you and I know that, there's a lot more amazing things to come. Okay, well done.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes to this coaching call. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below what your biggest takeaway is. And as always, be sure to smash the like button. It does help the channel out a little bit. And to subscribe to this channel if you want to be notified of future videos just like this one. Now, some of you asking me, how can I be part of this process? How can I ask you questions? How can I have you coach me or mentor me? We want to make sure that we are working with the people that's the right fit. You'll need to fill up a form. There's a link right below this video. Somebody on my team might give you a call to interview you to see if the right fit for each other. And if you want to apply and see if you're a good fit, then all you need to do is click on this link in the description box below and my team will be in touch with you.